Welcome our beloved viewer of Uganda Catholic Television. Good news for all. Thank you for loving this television. Thank you for all the support you are giving to Uganda Catholic Television. And I warmly welcome you, particularly in our program, Responsible Citizenship, Responsible Leadership, which is brought to you from the Justice and Peace Department of the Uganda Episcopal Conference. And in the studios tonight, my name is Emmanuel Kiiza ALIBA. I'm the Executive Secretary of the department. I'd like to welcome you back from Hoima Diocese. You are a viewer who was on Catholic television on Saturday. You were in the Diocese of Hoima and at my home, where we hosted our Bishop Ordinary, Right Reverend Vincent Kirabo Amoti, the Bishop of Hoima, at home. We were very, very happy to receive the blessings that the Bishop brings to us, the people, when the Bishop comes to a home. We are very happy. And thank you, Uganda Catholic Television, for broadcasting live that Mass, so that everyone is able to receive and share those blessings that the Bishop poured onto our family, onto our village, onto our parish, and now to everybody. Welcome back, our viewer. I'd like today to tell you how that event came into being. You know, everything that has a disadvantage has got also an advantage. And this is why in our Responsible Citizenship series, we always ask you that whenever you feel there is a challenge somewhere, just pick out the lesson and move on. For us, in our local language, there is a saying that when you fall, don't remain in the mud, because then many people will come and see you dirty. I say when you have a fall, when you fall, immediately rise up, run away, clean yourself, and begin again. Why are you running very fast? Because that person who will not have seen you dirty will see you clean, because you have picked on again. And in economics terms, they call it bouncing back. That always we have to bounce back. You fall, but you bounce back. Now, it so happened that during time for COVID, we were all asked to remain home, to go home and remain at home. I must tell you, our viewer, that I did not know how to stay home because of how I do my work. For me, I come to office 7 o'clock, leave office 7 o'clock, Monday to Saturday. So I did not know how to stay home. But here, I've been told by my president and the offices where I am here, the Catholic Secretariat, the Secretary General said, remain at home. So I went at home here in Kampala and slept. So the following morning, remember all my gadgets for work are in the office. At home, there is only a bed and a table for eating and seats, but no gadgets for work. So when I was told to remain at home, I woke up at 6 in the morning. That is my, waking up at 6, I practically didn't have something to do at home. I'm not a very good cook that I will prepare a good meal for myself. My computer is not there. I saw myself, idle but orderly, because being idle and disorderly is a crime. But I was idle but orderly. I said, now, by midday, dear viewer, I was already bored. Completely bored, because I had nothing to do. By evening, I was more bored. Now that was the first day. And remember, the president was always extending days. It says 7 days stay at home. On the 7th day, you don't know what he would say again. He would come and say, I know now 21 days. So you remember that time of COVID. So, the following day, even sleeping that first day was a problem for me, because the mind was not active, I was not there, I was all seated, and so I slept and woke up at around midnight, and I thought it was already morning. So the following day was more boring than the other. Then I said, no. I remembered that I was the vice president of Radio Maria Uganda, and Radio Maria was allowed to move. I called my director. I said, please help me. I put enough fuel in the double cabin pickup and give me the driver, and I will also make a special contribution for Radio Maria. I must leave Kampala. I must go to the village. I must go home. So Radio Maria was kind enough to lend me a vehicle, because there were only the pickups and media that was allowed to move at that time. I couldn't use the vehicles around here. There was nowhere I could use them. So I went home. Let me tell you, when I reached home, I was so happy. I said, now I am going to transform this home. Because I had abandoned it literally. I had abandoned home because of work. Every day I must be in work. I'm out of the country, in the country, but now the planes are also not moving. So I can't go out. I can't remain at work. I said, now be home. Dear viewer, the day I landed at home, down in Hoima Diocese, the district is Kibale, and we have a Catholic parish called Kibedi Parish, and my village is called Kasunga. The following morning, when I was going, we stopped at Mubende, and I bought a panga, I bought a hoe, I bought a slasher, I bought gumboots, 2 pairs of gumboots, and I went home ready for work. Since that time up to today, we have transformed. We transformed the home, we've transformed the village, and now we are, yes, on Saturday, you saw the bishop launching a demonstration farm for the people of the area, a demonstration farm for the community. It all started from go home, stay at home. So I did a few gardens. I planted some matoke, I planted pineapples, I planted fruit trees, I improved on the chicken and so on. But then, after 1 month, I asked myself, yes, I'm transforming myself here. I'm at home. But I've been a leader. I've been a leader at national level. Should I only be put in leading only my home, I said no. Now, let me look at the village. Can't I provide leadership to the village where I am? We respect all they call it the standard operating procedures. We respect them. But can't I provide some leadership to the people in the village? So I called the chairman LOC1. I said, come, let's have a meeting. So I met him. By good luck, he's my nephew. So I told him, when I'm walking around alone, when I get tired of digging and I get my stick and I walk around the village, I see there is less development here. What is happening? What can I do for you in order that my presence at home can leave you changed? Chairman gave me a list of things. I said, okay, you bring your executive. So the two days after, I brought the executive. We talked with the executive how best I could be of relevance to them. Said a number of things that we could do together. I said, now let us call the village people, all the village members to come at home. They came. Actually, we had called one village. We ended up having two villages represented. The one of Kasunga and the one of Kituma, which is the nearby village. Because I grew up in Kituma, I went to stay with my sister, so I grew up there. So people, when they heard that the Kasunga people are meeting, also people with whom I grew up also came, and we were two villages. So we had our first meeting. With all the standard operating procedures, I was a little bit far from them. So each one was at a distance and everyone wearing a mask, and we had our sanitizers and everything. We had a meeting. One of the things they told me, they said, we have some petty thieves here. You cannot keep your chicken. The moment you put a cock or the following night, it will be taken away by, and we know them. They are our sons and daughters who are stealing this. They say you cannot have matoke here. Someone will come at night and cut them. So petty thieves. The other, they said, we have all the energy, but we are not exposed. If you can help us, since you have been moving in and out of the country, throughout the country, help us and take us to other people so that we learn how modern things can be done. We come and bring that knowledge to our village. Then we can improve ourselves. Oh, I was very happy and actually excited. I said, now that I have come here and I am improving my home, we can also improve the village that is surrounding me. Now the village had come two. Now we were Kasunga and Kituma, they came two. And then the other consequent meetings, as we were doing the two villages, immediately the neighboring village called Kihumuro also heard about us. Now they started sneaking in our meeting. So what we decided is to allow them also come. So we had three villages now: Kasunga, Kituma, and Kihumuru. So we started having our meetings. So now the first thing to do is let us first stop anything called petty stealing. Thieves are within us, but we have now to warn them. So I called the RDC, I called the DPC, I called the DISO, or the security team of the district. I brought them home. We had a meeting with the people, and we said, since those who are stealing from us are our sons and daughters, let us all agree that as soon as someone is caught, immediately goes to the police, immediately is charged and is remanded. So that someone should first leave us for some few months as the court case is going on. You know, court can take even a year. So that for us we have peace. By the time one comes, we shall have sold our children. They said, yes, let us do this. I asked them, but supposing it is your son and we put this, they said, no way, we must end theft in our place. And then we agreed. We said, instead of carrying buses of people, you know, 3 villages, so you need 3 buses. One for Kituma, one for Kasunga, one for Kihumuro. So we drive those buses to Mbarara for them to see good how things are done, to Bombo, to wherever they are good. They are like, for example, modern farming, modern agriculture, modern piggery, modern poultry, so that these people can come and learn. So I said, instead of shifting these people, we agreed with our community. And we said, no, let us have a demonstration farm here. People agreed. Said, now who has land? Nobody was able to get us land. By good luck, I remembered that I had bought my land some years back and it was redundant. I surrendered it to the community. So I said, our community, let us work from here. Because mine is there to teach. After all, I don't need all this land. What I need in my life is a 4 feet by 7 where I will be buried. The rest is, as long as I eat well, I travel well, I'm sleeping well. The rest I wait for is 4 by 7. The rest is for others. It's not for me at all. So the community was very happy. And we started our work. And this is what our viewer, you saw on Saturday, the product of working together, responsible citizenship. Now, what I was talking about in theory, on Saturday, you were able to see it practically. When I was told to go home, I did not only leave my responsibility in the office. No, I moved with my responsibility to my home. So on Saturday, you saw how many people were at home. I did not write any invitation letter to anybody. Please get it from me. All those who were there, nobody got an invitation letter or an invitation card. No. Including the bishop, I only went and knelt before him. I said, the people have requested that you come and bless their farm, so that whatever they learn from here, whatever input they take away from here, they have God's blessing. People requested themselves. So for me, I was taking the message of the people to the bishop. I took the message of the people to Microfinance Support Center, and Microfinance Support Center supported us. I took the message to Honorable Matia Kasaija, the Minister of Finance, and the message of the people, and said, Honorable, these people, you are our area member of parliament. These people want you to come and hand over this community initiative to the people. And indeed, Honorable Matia Kasaija was in Kyankwanzi, so he delegated Honorable Emmanuel Kugonza, who is the next member of parliament in the neighboring county, the neighboring constituency, Buyanja East. And he came representing him, and also the wife of the minister, The minister said, my wife should also come, so that these members of the community will know that I'm doing a national assignment. Now these two people will able to represent me there. And you saw the joy that was there. How people were happy. You know, they train and people are very happy. So we brought a few social workers, we brought a veterinary person, we brought some few people to help our community come up. And I'm telling you, our aim is to have a model village in this country. And we are working towards that. Kasunga must be a model village in terms of our lifestyle. How we live, how, we must have a model village. The people decided that we have to have a model village. And I was very happy. Just the immediate neighbor, I don't know whether our crew got that picture. Our immediate neighbor, the one who is facing our intervention, started constructing a modern house. I don't know where she got the money. She's now at the roof. No, she's how do you call it? Window plate. A modern house. She was living in a very small house. But because of the beauty of the area, she said, no, I must construct. And I told her, I will look for the money and contribute on the iron sheets. I will look for it. Why? We have decided to go modern. We have decided to be responsible citizens. Issue of petty stealing is no longer there. This is what we call responsible citizenship in action. Wherever you go, you just change the face and you start your work. This is what every Christian, every Ugandan should be. If they say, go home, don't go and sleep. Or you go and enjoy your comfort. You're very comfortable. Because you are driving a big Land Cruiser and so on. You come in, you are passing through poor families. Responsible citizenship. Responsible leadership. Wherever you are, you cause positive change. Any responsibility that you are given, you don't leave the people there the same. Improve their quality of life. Responsible citizenship. Responsible leadership. And now people are saying, now this man wants to come back and become and vie for elections so that he becomes the area member of parliament. I said, no. The king raised me. The Omukam of Bunyoro raised me and made me the Katikiro of Bunyoro. And once a Katikiro, always a Katikiro. I told people, no, I cannot go in for multi-party elections. Otherwise, there are people who will abuse a Katikiro, there are people who will support a Katikiro. Now, when you abuse a Katikiro, you get problems for nothing. So I said, because of not leading the other people into temptation, I will never stand for political election. I will never. I am very comfortable where I am. So I told them, don't think I will go and stand to be elected. People know when you are doing something good, they know, you are now looking for votes. But responsible citizenship is giving without counting the cost. Give without counting the cost. You give because your motive is to give. I always tell my people of Microfinance Support Center, where I am chairman of the board of directors, I tell them, my purpose here is to create the best environment for you technical people to perform to your best. That is my role at Microfinance, to give that environment that conducive environment where the accountant, the cashier, the relationship manager, the executive director, everybody in microfinance family to have the best environment for them to perform to their best so that we can serve the people of Uganda. We can serve those whom we have been mandated to serve. So this is responsible citizenship. Wherever you are, wherever you go, here people are crying of COVID and so on. For us down there in the village, we were struggling to remove ourselves from the condition where we were because the people in the village saw how I found my very home. You know, I had abandoned that home for 7 years because I had national duties. I was doing these for the Catholic Church, for the kingdom, and, you know, I was busy elsewhere. But COVID is, like it said, point of order, Mr. Chairman, come home. You need also to serve your people at home. You need also to serve your village. Those people who are surrounding me as a leader. Dear viewer, thank you for watching Uganda Catholic Television, Good News for All. When we come, we shall again deal with this matter of participation. How can we participate as responsible leaders, as responsible citizenship? We cannot sleep around just to be there, you know, to enjoy everything. No, we have to give out. God has given us much. We must give much for our people to benefit from our leadership that God has given us. Thank you, and let's be right back after the commercial break.
UCTV, good news for all.
Welcome back, our beloved viewer of Uganda Catholic Television, Good News for All. Thank you for loving this program, our responsible citizenship, responsible leadership. When we had left, we were seeing how a leader goes into a village and brings the village to another level by their own thoughts, just building on what the people have. These people in the village, they know what they want. But the only thing is how best to get it, how best to transform it so that it comes to another level. But when the leaders, when we go and mix up with the people, because we are privileged, we have moved, like myself, all the corners of Uganda, I know I've been there. All the continents of the world, I know I have been there. But can I bring that experience, that change of thinking that I have gotten, can I bring it to the village? Why should I only go to Dubai to enjoy chips and chapati and chaps? Why can't I go to get knowledge in Dubai and I come and transfer it to the people? Then where I come from, the people, how can my knowledge from Dubai transform someone in Karamoja? I have to go. I told you I camped in Karamoja for 2 weeks. There. And some of the meetings I've held with the people, you could see the joy. And someone even naming me. You know, I was named ngaren ngi karachuna. Ngaren ngi karachuna. That I'm the one who goes in front of the karachuna. And I'm still going back. We were trying to get new staff for them in Karamoja, so that our staff are there. Then I can go there when our staff are there, so that now we see how best we can serve our people. Responsible citizenship, responsible leadership. We have to serve beyond self. Think for others. To be there at the service of others. Yeah, it is really good. It is good to serve. To serve myself and my immediate family, and so no, we can do it progressively. Serve yourself, yes. Serve your children, yes. Serve your neighbors, yes. Serve your village, yes. Serve your sub-county, yes. This is it. This is responsible leadership, responsible citizenship. Now, a responsible leader is one who encourages people to participate. Some people are aloof. It said there is a government program called Emioga. Well, that one is for others. There is a government program called Parish Development Model. Say, no, that does not concern me. There is a development coming through Caritas. Caritas is bringing a development. No, that belongs to other people. Here there is another development program being brought from the Church of Uganda. No, people have to participate. Calling on people to participate, to always be on the lookout of a new idea, of a new opportunity, of a new, so that, there are people who are really comfortable in their comfortable zones. We have to tickle them a little bit. Those who are not raised by tickling, we need to pierce them a little bit, so that they move from their comfort zones to bettering their lives. I see my young men. I've been in Kiriatete. Kiriatete is a suburb of Hoima, and there are people who live in ghettos. I've gathered the ghettos. I gathered them in a hall and said, what can we do together? Why should you in the morning eat marijuana, in the afternoon you're marijuana? Or they told me their problems. People in Kiriatete, the ghettos. They told me their problems. And we are slowly handling them until we get some of those who really would like to be better than the way they are now. We are ready to provide every opportunity, so that people can come up, can be in better conditions. A leader is not the one who makes himself rich and the people see him and people worship him wherever or her, wherever you pass, people are saying, yes, thank you, sir, sir, may I have, sir. No. A leader is one who can be abused and you stomach the abuse. Yes. I've been abused in these meetings that we have. We always have with my village people and so on. People abuse me. And which is okay. Because there is where I want them to be, where they don't know. Because I am given some vision which is not a privilege of very many others. So I have to bring them up until we reach where we want to go. Amen. I saw we have a road. We have a road that comes from Mubende through Kakumiro, through Kibale to Kagadi. that road from Mubende to Kagadi through Kibale. The government had not yet started working on it physically there. And it was bad. Cars used, to get stuck during the rains, So people are always on radio and saying, we need this road done, we need this road done. Then the Minister of Finance, Honorable Matia Kasaija, used to tell the people, please, this one, consider it done. For us, we call it Chikahwa. That is how he said it. Hey, Chikahwa. Now we nicknamed him Chikahwa. Imagine, this is the leader, Honorable Matia Kasaija, is the leader who had even signed the contract, or who had seen, or, who had known that the money for this road had already been allocated. The only thing that was remaining was to have the tractor on the road. And if every paperwork has been done and every signature is there, then you consider it done. But for us, we were not seeing a road. But for him, he was seeing a complete road. Now when we drive on that road, we feel, literally speaking, or you feel very comfortable. So we decided to name that road Chikahwa Road. Why? He knew before we knew. He saw a complete road, but none of us could see the complete road. And this is leadership. A leader sees something complete when the people is leading are not yet there. So that is the role of the leader, to take the people where they are now, to take them to a complete project, to a complete, it is the role of the leader. Bringing opportunities to the people to participate, not replacing them, not replacing their efforts, but multiplying their efforts, making them of quality, so that if someone is planting this coffee, can have also an improved coffee, and can have, linking up opportunities to the people. Wherever there is an opportunity, you say, my people, here you are. And if we got like 100 leaders, let me say, from every district we have such leaders who have a passion for people's development, Uganda will be changed in a very short time. Uganda will be changed. Yes, Uganda will be changed. The leaders, So someone was making a joke. For us, we make jokes, where we are seated. So that there was one political person campaigning. Dear viewer, you watch me very well. So he was saying that you vote for me. When you vote for me and I go through, I will develop this area. I will develop this area. Now people are asking, this area, do you mean your stomach? I will develop this area. Do you mean the area of the stomach, or the area, the geographical area? But he said, if you vote for me, I will develop this area. You know how the politicians like, I will develop this area. So we wouldn't like people who really develop this area. It's better, instead of developing this area, you develop this area, Move with everybody. Leave your stomach alone. You leave this area and develop this area, So this is the type of leadership we would like to have. When we are talking of responsible citizenship, responsible leadership, we need leaders with vision. We need clear-headed people. Clear-headed, balanced. We need to be balanced. There are people you can't, as if the house is on fire. No, be balanced. You know, people focus so that you can really lead the people. You know, people focus, having concern for others. Responsible leaders, responsible citizens are the people we want out there. And for us, as Catholics and as Christians, if you are a leader and you are a Catholic, then you have more responsibility. When you are a leader and you are a Muslim, you have more responsibility, because they are leaders who don't mind about religion, but they are good leaders. Yeah, when I was in America, in Washington, we visited a couple, husband and wife. The wife was a staunch Christian, was Catholic. The husband did not believe in God, is still alive, does not believe in God. So what the husband usually to do for us, he would drive me and his wife. He takes us to church every morning. We go to church. He remains in the car reading newspapers. So for us, we are there in church. After our mass, after our prayers, we come back to the car. The man puts down the newspapers and drives us. He says, for me, I don't believe in God. You who believe, no problem. So imagine this is a person who does very good thing, but does not believe in God. Now, how about us who are supposed to do, but again, who believe in God? Because there is a standard that we have, as a Catholic, there is a standard. It is one to be Catholic, but it is also another to be a good Catholic, to be a practicing Catholic. I have seen Catholic leaders who don't want to be identified as Catholics. Even Christians, you see a Catholic being ashamed of saying in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, Amen. Why? This is what I am. Love me. Do not love me. This is what I am. I am Catholic. Our bishop started for us a slogan that's stand firm in the faith that you have been taught. Tugumira mu kwikiriza okutwayegesiwe. If the Muslim comes and says, Bismillah Rahman Rahim, immediately I know this is a Muslim. And I respect that. The Anglican, we stand in the faith that we have been taught. But that faith should be a backbone for our action. Who was that? Was it St. James in the Bible who said faith without good works is dead? Faith without good works is dead. Dead faith. So faith has to be seen in works. It is not enough to go to Sunday, pray, and after prayer, come home, and that prayer has not transformed your life in regard to the services that we offer. It's not enough. We need responsible leaders. We need responsible citizens. We must have responsible leaders. We must have responsible citizens. Without this, however much money is in the country, whatever is being, we can never progress without responsible leaders, without responsible citizens. I've been talking about Laudato Si in all the series we have been going through. We have been having, the Holy Father called the earth as our common home. So responsible leaders are the ones who take good charge of our common home. Those are the responsible leaders. For those who were at home, you saw the categories of people who came. And I must tell you, I was seated. These people made me very comfortable. I didn't do much. Protocol, there was somebody, whenever I needed something, comes to me. I seated. I never got tired. Nothing. Why? I had some responsible citizens doing, Catholic television, doing it very well. Radio Maria, doing it very well. The decorator is doing it very well. The one supplying the tents, the man came in at 6. For me, I was still in my room. I was not up. But by the time I came, the tents were up. Responsible citizens. The decorator did not sleep. The whole night they are decorating. Possibly I would have done this by myself. But then, my young men were taking charge. I was seated. But I didn't know even how people are eating and, why. I have responsible citizens around me. I have responsible Ugandans around me. And each one is doing his or her work. I liked that. For me, it is a learning moment. Every day is a learning moment. Is there a way each one of us can decide and determine that from now on, I will be a responsible Ugandan? Responsible Ugandan. I always tell my driver, I have my good driver called Emma. I see people, when he's driving, I see someone wanting to knock him. We speak in Luganda. I say, "Abantu bagala nnyo kutomera Emma." Emma, he tries to do it. You see someone, and the guy has got a big car with the guards, but someone wants to knock, a big car with the guards. So Emma decides to stop because the life of the other young man is at stake if they competed. I always tell my driver, I say, let us always be losers on the road. Let's never compete on the road. We should always be losers. You lose so that if you see someone coming very fast, you stop. Because for us, we keep time. If we are going to massacre and we know I have a meeting at midday, for us, we set off here 3 hours. I know within 2 hours, I'll be in massacre. But it's not bad to set off 3 hours before. I reach nearby the venue. I order for a cup of coffee. I take my coffee well composed as I'm thinking about the activity that I'm going to carry on in massacre. But why should I, when I know that I'm going to take 2 hours, why should I start my journey 5 minutes, past the other hour which no, that will cause you to rush. But you can rush and crash. And very many people who have rushed, they have crashed. We can take our time. We have a saying here now, Catholic faith would say, it was not raining when Noah built the ark. He started building the ark before the rains. So when the rains would come, the boat would go up. He did not wait for the rain to build the boat. No. He started before. So not rushing, because if we rush, we shall crash. Take your time. Cool it off. Dear viewers, I'm really calling upon all of you, dear Ugandans. Let's struggle to be responsible leaders. Let's struggle to be responsible citizens, so that we build our country which God has given us. We are here. We are Ugandans. We are here. This is our motherland. This is our mother country. And when I'm talking of a mother, some of you don't know the usefulness of a mother. For me, I know what it is because I was born after the death of my father. That's why you hear the name ALIBA Ankoha, whom will he resemble after the death of the father, ALIBA. You know? So I know the usefulness of a mother, being raised by a mother myself. So when I say Uganda is my motherland, for me, I'm not joking. Because my mother is here. This is where I eat from. This is where I move. I'm a Ugandan. So let's be responsible towards our country. If it means time for elections, go there. Be the first on the line. Why not? Why? Because I must participate. Why am I participating? Because I'm a responsible Ugandan. If there is a black Kavera and you know that the Buvera spoil our land, pick it. Why do you pick it? Because you are a responsible Ugandan. You are a responsible citizen. To throw it in the litter bin. You know, if we did that everywhere in the country, we would all live in a very beautiful country. A beautiful country that God has given us. Let us protect it as our common home through responsible leadership, through responsible citizenship. We are able to do it. We can manage to do it. We can turn our country into a very comfortable place for all of us to stay. Thank you for loving Uganda Catholic Television. Thank you for keeping on Uganda Catholic Television. Keep watching. Good news for all.